Welcome to the Law Firm Marketing Minute, your source of internet marketing inspiration.
Hey everybody, this week's Law Firm Marketing Minute is a little bit more of a special episode. I'm actually out of the office for next couple of weeks. I'm getting married and I'm on my honeymoon. And so a couple of the team members here at Spotlight Branding have graciously offered to fill in. And so this week, Eddie Dzialo, he's a copywriter here at Spotlight Branding. He is getting behind the mic and he is going to share with you just some content related advice and all of that. And so Eddie's going to do a good job here. Great guy, great personality. I know you're going to enjoy it. And so I will turn it over to him on the other side.
Welcome to the Law Firm Marketing Minute, your source of internet marketing inspiration.
Welcome to the Law Firm Marketing Minute, and as you can tell, I am not the legendary John Henson, but I'm your host, Eddie Dzialo. I'm a copywriter here at Spotlight Branding, and if you ever work with us, there's a strong chance I'm going to be writing your content. So in a previous life, in a previous job before I got into marketing, I learned to adapt and overcome, so even without John, we're going to roll on. This episode, we're going to go over how to generate ideas for your content. Personally, I'm in a pretty decent position to be discussing this with you. At least I think I am, because I'm a copywriter. A significant part of my day is merely coming up with ideas. And to be fair, I never really thought too much about this topic, about generating ideas, up until recently. We had someone come to us who wanted to put out their own blog, and as a content marketing company, we encourage people to use content as part of their marketing strategy, if not the most significant part of their marketing strategy. He then reached out to us a few days later and said it took him 3 hours to come up with a topic. Now, he laughed us off. It was tongue-in-cheek. It wasn't out of frustration. It was merely like, what I'm doing is not working. How do I come up with an idea for a blog? I'm going to put on a quick fallacy for you. You do not need an idea to write a blog, to make a video, to write a book, yada, yada, et cetera, et cetera. I say it again. You don't need an idea to write a book. You need thousands of ideas. Every sentence you write is an idea. It's a decision. For a video, the content, the lighting, the angle, the shot, the word you say, all decisions. You're executing 100 decisions in a 5-minute shot. Whether they are conscious and deliberate or a function of muscle memory, they're all decisions. And coming up with those ideas or staring at a white screen is going to be gut-wrenching. Reminds me of Charlie Kaufman. He's one of my favorite screenwriters. He wrote Being John Malkovich, has an Academy Award, all that. He was being paid to adapt the book The Orchid Thief into a screenplay. He was so frustrated over his inability to do it that he wrote a screenplay about a guy named Charlie Kaufman who was struggling to adapt a book called The Orchid Thief into a screenplay. The reason I'm talking about this story is it brings me to my next point. If you're an attorney writing a blog, don't waste your time sitting at a screen trying to come up with an idea. Just sit down and type. Your need to make decisions, the hundreds I talked about, is going to force you to write about what you know. The knowledge is there. The experience is there too, so let it come out as it should. So you're going to have 400 to 600 words. Now, is this 400 to 600 words good? Are they good? Is the blog you wrote coherent? Who knows? And at this stage in the creative process, who cares? That's not the point. But you're going to take that thing and file it away for a day or two. Either put it in a file on your computer, print it out, stick it in a drawer physically, whatever you prefer. Stick it away and don't read it. Now, come back to it a few days later. You may be happy with it. You may want to put this on your website, or you may realize there's a paragraph that's meatier or more substantial than the others in the middle of it. Maybe the whole blog you thought you were writing about is really about that one paragraph. So now you take that one paragraph that you thought is the meatier, more substantial section, and you rebuild your blog around that idea. Cut the rest. You can save the rest. I have whole files of things I've cut that are not going to make it to someone's website, but they will be there later. I had the file saved, so if I'm in a blank for ideas, I will go back and read through those. They will inspire additional blogs, additional content. That's why you save them for later. Just because you wrote it and cut it doesn't mean it's not useful. Cognitive scientists said that 72% of your creative ideas come from a particular location. And I'm not talking about a location in your brain. I'm talking about the physical location of where you're located when the idea happens. And now, Pharrell, the artist, I know nothing about him. I've been listening and following Fish and Dave Matthews since I was about 10 years old, and I'm quite old right now. However, Pharrell said there's a lot of his ideas come from when he's in the shower specifically. The man who wrote Fight Club says his ideas happen when he's in the gym. Mine happen when I'm driving. They tend to pop up when you aren't expecting them. And it's usually when your brain is getting dopamine, which is just a natural chemical your body produces, and when you are relaxed. So look at all those places. The gym, the shower, the car. Especially in the car, you listen to music that you enjoy. There's a lot of dopamine there, and you're relaxed, and you're either heading home from work and the day's over, and these ideas will pop up then. The ideas, however, are significantly less likely to appear when you're stressed out and staring at a screen and hearing an imaginary ticking clock in your head. So when you're in the gym, you're in the car, and you have an idea, find a way to file that idea. A voice memo. I mean, if you're in a gym, you can write it down, obviously, because you're not driving. Then sit down later when you go to your computer with these ideas all ready to go. That's going to inspire you to go back to what I said earlier about the sitting down and typing and having a need for decisions that they're going to force you to write about what you know. Come to the screen with something. Don't sit at the screen waiting for the idea, because that's going to bring you to the point where you're sitting at the screen for 3 hours saying, I got nothing. Because you're not in that flow state where you need high skill and high focus, where they cross paths. You're sitting there blank and nothing. You're just waiting for it to happen. If you want a creative idea to happen, it's probably not going to happen. It happens when you least expect them. And again, it happens in places like the car. So get those ideas in the gym, get them in the car, then sit down and put them to paper or film them, or allow yourself to go wherever else your content ideas take you. But, you've listened to me long enough, and that's going to do it for this week's episode of the Law Firm Marketing Minute. I'll see you next time.
Thanks for joining us. Please visit lawfirmmarketingminute.com for more information. We'll see you next time.